You asked about Arsenal and have I seen anything different? No, Arsenal are still the same to me. Yes, there's quality there. Yes, you're going to play good football at times. Yes, you're going to win more games than you lose because you're one of the better sides, but you still lack that quality to go and win the Premier League. That doesn't change. Like you mentioned, your next few fixtures outside of Porto in the Champions League, and they're all winnable fixtures on paper. Guarantee Arsenal drop points in one of them. And that's a prime example of why you won't win the league, because of that lack of quality. Everyone can see what you should have went and got in January. Everyone knows you need a striker. Everybody's clear as day that if you put a striker in that team, all of a sudden it looks completely different. Yeah, you could say maybe a backup defender, maybe a backup to Saka, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't see anything different. And are Arsenal in the title race? Yes. Will they win it? No. They're not going to win the league. And I've said this from the jump, even the clip of this joker down here in the bottom left, Mo, when he asked the question about, oh, can Arsenal win the league? And then he was just cracking up.
I didn't.
You
wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Okay,
wasn't
go on.
me.
Go on, Mo.
I asked a question, and LB gave this evil laugh, and Sam couldn't hold, and then I laughed. I just asked the question. We were joking before that. It's not my fault that both of them, the Liverpool and the Man City fans, laughed their asses out. It's not my fault.
No one's blaming you, but you agree with them, Mo. That's why you laughed. You agree.
Ask Potts. Potts, what did I say?
What did you say?
I don't believe you're going to win the league.
On it.
I don't believe. Listen, I wouldn't put my money on you winning the league. I would put my money.
You put someone else's money on it.
To win the league. I'll put someone else's money on them.
Yeah, you put someone else's money on them. Yeah.
What Arsenal did winning against Liverpool is that they put themselves in a position when it's in their hand. And I believe if you win against West Ham, I believe if you win against West Ham, and I believe you will, the signs say that you will win against West Ham. If this is West Ham in November or October, and you're going away to West Ham, I would say it's a tricky game. I would not pick Arsenal to win the game. But looking at West Ham nowadays and looking at Arsenal after these 3 games, right, playing against Crystal Palace, because you played 3 completely different games, right, against the 3 oppositions, completely different. Forest, different than Palace, different than Liverpool. And you succeeded in the 3 of them. And I said that maybe before these games, I wouldn't pick you as a winner. But after watching these 3 games, I said, actually, Liverpool are the least sign of you winning against West Ham. It's completely different. This West Ham game might look like the Crystal Palace game or the Forest game. But you proved that you can win the game. And I believe if you win against West Ham, simply, you can go on a run. Because that means you won against the biggest hurdle until you go against Man City. West Ham away for you is the biggest hurdle. The 2 games that you play at home are I think, against Man United at home. No, not Man United. You play against Chelsea, Old Trafford at the end. This is the second to last game. I think against Chelsea and against another team at home. But everything else, I think you can win the games. I truly, if you win against West Ham, I didn't believe you're going to win against Liverpool. And you proved me wrong. Mikel Arteta put something out of the bag. And you burst Liverpool bubble. That's why the people like Rams and everybody's upset, because they thought, yeah, it's Klopp's year. We are saying goodbye to Klopp with winning the league.
Mo's such a troll, you know.
And he got schooled.
Mo is such a troll.
I'll be real, he's not lying though. We thought we were going Emirates and winning.
No. Everybody did. Like I thought. I actually picked Arsenal to win the game. I thought Arsenal would win.
I thought it's 2-1. I thought they will cancel each other. I didn't think Liverpool was that mediocre, and I didn't think that he's going to be that naive and leave Martinelli want to run with Konate for like 90 minutes. He literally did that. He was naive.
Yeah. But Mo, the thing is, I do agree with you. I think Arsenal, I don't think it'll be comfortable, but I think Arsenal beat West Ham. You know what I'm saying? It'll be spirited. West Ham will give them a game, but I think they will.
They won't go to win the list.
Why? Because of what I said just before that. This run that when you look at that set of fixtures that Potts mentioned, they should win every game. They're going to drop points. Why are we acting like
so you are basing it on feelings, not logic.
No, it's not feeling, it's basing it on Arsenal because I think they lack quality. No, it's not feeling they lack quality. That's what it is.
So
this is the same Mo guy. You now don't believe they can win the league, but when I told you this on your channel 2 months ago, you was trying to play devil's advocate.
I said they're gonna go lose at the.
Yeah, you was trying, but Mo, you was
no. You're not listening to me.
Go on.
The last point, flawless.
Go on.
All of this can happen. And I believe they can do it. And I believe there is a bigger chance of them winning the games. My problem is they're going to go to the Etihad and lose. And it's going to be 6 points. League is done. Over.
Okay, but like I'm saying, despite that, I'm talking about before they get to the Etihad, and I'll say it again. I believe they have a favorable run of fixtures right now. They will drop points at some point.
Why are you doubting them?
Why am I? Because of their lack of quality. That's why. They're Arsenal. You don't think they can win the league either. So we're in agreement. How are you doubting me on saying you agree?
I'm talking about
that run because we've seen Arsenal do this year in, year out. Last season, the same way they went and they dropped points at West Ham, the same way they lost to drew to Southampton at home. They're 2 games right there. They're 2 games we all thought they was going to win. We see why we acted like we hadn't seen Arsenal do this before. And I think they're worse this year than they was last year. I thought they were a better side last year. So that's why. You acted like we're on agreement, but you're doubting me. But we agree they ain't going to win.
I agree that they can't win against City, but I'm looking at this Arsenal based on the last 3 games. And if they win against West Ham, which is you agree they are favorite.
They beat West Ham. Yes.
It's a 4-game run. They have 4 games after that, or 5, if I'm not mistaken. 5 until they face Man City. I think they can win the 5. I really think they can.
They can, but I think they'll drop points somewhere in there.
We can, but will we? That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. They don't drop.
Let me see who they've got.
I can't say you will. Okay, I can't sit here and say you will or you won't. I'm saying based
we can make a prediction.
I'm making a prediction. I think they will win these games.
So you reckon they win 9 games in a row?
Yes.
I disagree with that.
Nah.
They win 9 games in a row. I don't think 9 games in a row.
Within them 9 games, they've got City away within them 9 games.
No. I'm saying before.
I think he means other than City. Before City, I think they can.
What's their fixtures? Let me have a look.
We got West Ham. We got West Ham. We got Burnley away. We got Sheffield United away. We got Newcastle at home and Brentford at home.
That's it.
Wait, repeat that again, Dan.
No, they'll drop points somewhere.
Okay.
Definitely. West Ham away, Burnley away, Newcastle at home.
If they drop points, we're all going to be saying you failed, right?
Okay, so 100%.
Okay, this is the argument that Flores put out. If they drop points, they will say they failed, but you expect them to drop points. So make it make sense.
No, I expect them to drop points, but that's unpopular. If you talk to most like people, you think they're going to win all them games. You think they're going to win them 4 games, right?
If they win against West Ham, I believe they win these.
Okay, so you expect them to win West Ham?
I agree.
So
I agree with you two, but I agree with you two, but the reverse. I agree with Mo. I think they actually win all them games on the lead up to City. I think where Arsenal drop points is the penultimate games, the last 4 or 5 games season. When we know Arsenal, when the pressure really ramps up, we know what happens with Arsenal. I think that's where they drop points. I actually agree with me. I think up until the City game, I look at them 4 games. I think momentum, Arsenal winning. I actually think they'll win all them games in a row. Arsenal drop points after the City game because with Arsenal, their losses come in batches, and I think Dan will agree. They never normally just lose one then carry on winning. It's normally one followed by a draw, then followed by another draw. They lose or draw in batches. So I think after City, whoever they have after City, which I don't know off the top of my head, I think that'll probably be a draw or a loss.
It looks bleak, bro. They have Brighton away, Spurs away, Man
Brighton away, bro. You never know what Brighton.
But the thing is, it looks good. Like for instance, if they drew against Newcastle, I'm not shocked by that. If they draw against Newcastle at home,
I'll be shocked. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if they draw at home against Newcastle. I'll be surprised.
Yeah,
last season we
I'm not surprised that you're surprised. You would be surprised by that.
Newcastle aren't good, Flawless.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? I don't think Newcastle are great. I'm just saying I understand that. But like I said,
just like without Arsenal for no logical reason.
Here we go.
Here we go. Your argument is that because it's know what? It's I don't like this. Spurs will lose because it's Spurs. Is that logic?
No, it's a lack of no. Again, you're not listening. I said it's a lack of quality. I've said this 3 times though. I am listening. You're not listening to me. I said it's a lack of quality. That's why we've watched Arsenal do this before.
You believe
they did this. They did this. No. Listen, they did this last season, and their team was better last season, in my opinion. I think Arsenal were a better outfit last season than they were this season.
Agreed.
And we watched them drop and so you agree with me on that. And we watched them drop points at times when they shouldn't. We watched them go and draw away at West Ham. We watched them draw at home to Southampton, etc. So why is it so unfathomable?
I'll tell you why, because I don't believe this is crunch time, bro. I believe crunch time is what Roms is talking about.
Nah, this is crunch time. This is crunch time. This is crunch time. No.
Because of their ability to win games, fam, on back to back. Yeah, anything after January, February, you need to, if you're trying to challenge for that title, you need to be winning every single game. And perhaps if you're lucky, draw maybe 1 or even 2 games at max, because City can do the 14, 15 wins on the spin with their eyes closed. They can do it.
I do agree, Mo. I do agree. I think it is crunch time for Arsenal, man. If we go lose to West Ham now, can you imagine? It's like, oh, it's all done. Like, what was all that about?
And Mo, just to clarify with the crunch time thing. Yeah, Mo, and the fact is that you're saying it's crunch time normally at the back end of the season. Yeah, this is crunch time for Arsenal because normally February, March is the time they fall away. Why are we acting like we ain't seen this film before?
That's historically facts.
Yeah, we've seen this. What are we talking about? Yeah, go on.
Away last season in game week 29. Am I wrong? Game week 30. This is This is when the collapse happened.
Week 30.
This guy
Week 30, yeah.
Mo, I know what your trick is. Hey, Mo, you see what Arsenal fans watching this? You know what Mo's trick is and what Mo does, bro. Yeah? He'll hype up Arsenal, big up Arsenal, and then for you lot to then get hyped up and believe in the side, and then as soon as you fail, he'll be there to laugh. 100%.
Well, 100%. I really believe. I really believe they can win. Wallah al-Azim, wallahi. I believe they can win the coming games. And especially if they win after West Ham, if they drop points, I'll be surprised. These are not tough games. I'm sorry, Burnley away, Sheffield away, even Newcastle at home shouldn't be tough for Arsenal that much if they beat Liverpool. And then Brentford at home. I think that's it. I get what you're saying. Oh, we've seen Arsenal drop when they shouldn't drop, the drop points and stuff like that. But I'm not going to base it based on this. I'm going to base it based on what I'm seeing. If Arsenal win against West Ham, that's 4 games on the bounce. But against 4 different oppositions.
Here's my question to you. Can you base the probability of Manchester City winning the league off their history of being able to put in a string of consistent wins?
Yes.
Okay, so based on that history, and you look at Arsenal's history of their form of capitulation towards this part of the season, where's really the difference if we're using history to analyze and predict what's going to happen at the end of the season?
But that's why I said, so I agreed with Rams. You guys missing the point. Me and Rams said that they're going to fall short after the City.
After the City game, yeah.
We disagree on the timing.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. It's a difference.
No, and that's fair.
You know, but I see what you're saying, but I don't trust this Arsenal team. But I might trust them now because I think the Liverpool game and the West Ham game will give them that, you know what I mean, that backfire that will push them a little bit forward. That was like, oh my God. And then the Boris will have...
This Mo guy. Mo, you're a big
crick. Like Mo said, the games up until City, for me, Arsenal win. But then after City, they've got Luton at home. But then Brighton away, Villa at home, Wolves away, Spurs away. They're the 4 games I think Arsenal's title race capitulates. That's when I think it's done. But until then, yeah, they'll probably get the job done. For me, this is as simple as it is for me, right? You lot might raise eyebrows here. I don't think Liverpool lose another Premier League game this season. I think draws are going to kill us, as they always do. I think Arsenal lose games, and I think Liverpool have another 4 or 5 draws till the end of the season. And City will just have the most wins out of the 3 teams. All teams are going to drop points till now the end of the season. No team's going to win all their games. It's not possible to win all their games or have flawless runs, right? But I just think City will get more wins than Arsenal, Liverpool. Draws will kill us and losses will kill Arsenal. That's how I can see this title race going. I can see it going.
And it's not just based on, just to clarify, don't get mistaken, it's not based off history. It's also based off what I've been watching with Arsenal. Because I've watched them a lot this season. So that's why I think it is, because everybody's
is wrong.
Everyone's we disagree on the timing, but everyone's expecting them because they have a favorable run. How many times have we watched Arsenal with a favor? They've dropped points this season when we didn't expect them to drop points. What we talk like
West Ham at home and flawless. That goes on to what I said earlier, right? They draw against us. Remember, I said Arsenal lose and draw in batches. It was West Ham and Fulham back to back, and then that's everyone's like, they're out the race.
I forgot about the Fulham
back to back.
Yeah. I forgot about the Fulham.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see that. But one thing we all do agree on that is inevitable. The fall is coming. It's just a happen of when, not if.